reporter Stefan Dingle, who is live in Hamilton. Stefan, a prayer service is about to get started.
Yeah, that's right, Jim. This church is home to many here in Hamilton, and that shows clearly dozens have showed up here in the parking lot, relying on what they know best, prayer and faith. And I'm going to take a step out of the way. You can see the congregation has definitely started a prayer service here, and they're moving forward despite their place of worship going up in flames this morning. And as they pray this evening, the image of their church sits charred behind them. The pastor tells us they still plan to have Sunday and Wednesday services in a gym that's adjacent to the church. Now, this church has actually been here since about 1968, and they have a membership of just under 200 people. So a lot of people have come out here to show their support of this pastor and this church. Now, coming up at 6, we'll hear from members of the Free Will Baptist Church. We're live in Hamilton. Stefan Dingle, CBS 42 News.
Stefan, thank you. Now, despite the tragedy, all the members of that congregation that you saw there are determined to rebuild that church.
Yeah, CBS 42 News reporter Brittany Bivens picks up our team coverage with how the pastor is preparing to move his congregation forward.
We are here at Free Will Baptist Church in Hamilton, where that fire broke out early Monday morning. And even though the sanctuary is destroyed, you can still see the remnants of the churches where the choir sat here just Sunday as service let out Sunday evening. Now, we are told by the pastor here that they had a service Sunday night. He says it was a great sermon, a typical service whenever they let out that evening. And he says that he went back to his home, which is the parsonage just behind the church here. He says around 1:40 in the morning, he got a call that the church was on fire. When he got here, he saw the building in flames.
You don't expect to see this. You expect to see, maybe this side, a flame. I mean, you don't expect to see the whole place coming down. So I was just, it was anxious.
We do have video that was sent to us by a viewer of the building in flames here. Now, we are told that the worst of the damage has been done in the sanctuary and that this part of the church will likely need to be totally rebuilt. The back of the church also had severe water damage. Now, the pastor here tells me that despite the damage, he does want to continue services. He says he is planning a prayer service for Monday evening and says Wednesday and Sunday services will go on. In Hamilton, Brittany Bivens, CBS 42 News.
Thank you, Brittany. Pastor Frank says those services will be held in the gym behind that church.